Hello, today I am going to share with you about SCP or scale with parameter instructions. So what do I mean by this? Let me create a new file so that it will be easier for me to explain. So click the file, click new, and then you can select any file here and make sure the driver is emulate 500. Click OK. So let me insert new runs and the necessary instructions. Maybe this one, and maybe insert the output. Then I will click this right arrow until I see advanced math. So click this advanced math and select this SCP or scale with parameters, then drag to here. Okay, then I will use compare and I will select the equal instructions. Alright, just for example. Okay, so this I will assign the address. I will use a binary address. So B3 colon word 0 slash bit 0. Okay, so this output I will use a digital output colon slot 0 slash bit 0. Okay, so description I will put 0, or I will put 4 milliamp signal present. Okay, click OK, and then this one again, then I will copy and then I will paste here. Okay, this one I will change to bit 1, then this one I will change to bit 2. Okay, this I will copy the description. So click here, right click, I will edit the description, and maybe I will say 12 milliampere signals presence, and then this right click, edit description, and then this I will change this description to 20 milliamp. Click OK. Okay, what is SCP? SCP or scale with parameters instruction is the instruction that will convert the input value from the input address based on the input minimum and input maximum range to the corresponding skill output value based on the skill minimum and skill maximum range. For example, I have the input minimum value of 4 milliampere and the input maximum value of 20 milliamp. So my input value that I will be supplying to the PLC analog input module will vary or change between this 4 to 20 milliamp. And I expect the SCP instructions will convert this input value to the corresponding equivalent skill output value based on the skill minimum and skill maximum value. In this case, I will use the PLC digital value. Okay, so I will refer to the menu, the PLC analog input menu for the valid analog input data range. So you can go to internet, Google about the model number of the analog input module, and then download the menu and then refer to the input data range. For example, I have the download the menu from the internet for this model. So this is a Allen Bradley Micrologics analog input, analog output menu. The model number of this analog input module that I use is 1762-IF20F2. So the input data file range for this analog input range is 0 to 32760. So I will use this digital value of 0 to 32760 as my range. So 32760 as my maximum range, and then minimum is a 0. So this is my digital value range or varied input data range for this analog input module card. Okay, so this I will assign the address, so you can assign the address that you want. Here I will use the float data file. Float means the value with decimal places. I will click the property. Maybe I will insert more elements, so I will use this address for this one, and then this address for this one, and then this address is for this one. Okay, this is a floating fa:0 for my input value that will change anytime. Okay, this is fa:1 for input minimum, and then fa:2 for input maximum range. Right, so this I will use fa:3 to store my corresponding skill output value. Okay, so for this address I will copy to here, and then I will compare whether this source A is equivalent to 0. Okay, is so that means it will turn on the LED light which showing 4 milliampere signal. Okay, and the same address I will copy to here also, and then this maybe I will use, okay, 32760 divided by 2, 16380, 16380, okay, which is half of this maximum value. So if this value, which is from this scale output value, is equivalent to 16380 digital value of the PLC input data, okay, then this output LED will be turned on that show 12 milliamp signal is present. Okay, and then if this value is 32760, it will turn on the output LED showing 20 milliamp signal presence. Okay, so let me compile the file to make sure there's no error, and then I will download it. Okay, you can save to the computer hard disk to whatever directory that you want. Maybe this, you can give a file name. Maybe this one I will name it SCP. And click yes, then click here again to run the program. Alright, so okay, now let me give a value. You can click here to give a value. Okay, this is fa:0. Okay, maybe this one I will give 4, and then this one I will maybe give 4 milliamp, and then this 20 milliamp. You can either click here, okay, and type the value, or you can directly come here and type the value. Okay, 4 to 20 milliamp. So the value maybe I will set to example 8. Okay, alright, so you can see 4 milliamp is a minimum range, 20 milliamp is the maximum range of the input value. If the input value of the analog input value now change to 8 milliamp, you can see the corresponding output will be changed later. Now it don't change because I still not active energize the SCP yet. So I need to turn on this virtual switch to close, so that the virtual power will be able to flow through this run and energize this SCP instruction. Okay, now you can see the value change. Let's say now is 12 milliamp. What will happen? It will change the corresponding value, scale output value, which is 16380. And you can see the FA colon 3, FA colon 3, okay, is equal to the source B value of 16380. And then this will be activated. The virtual power will energize this virtual output coil. Thus will turn on the external output LED and it to show 12 milliamp signal presence. Okay, let's say this analog input value change to 4 milliamp, and then this value, okay, is equal to source B value, and then it will energize this virtual output coil. Hence, it turns on the external LED, which indicates 4 milliamp signal presence. If this value is changed to 20 milliamp, what happened? This value 32760 will be equal to this source B value. Thus, this instruction will be activated. Okay, and then it will then energize this virtual output coil. Thus, will then turn on the external output load, which is a LED. Okay, and the LED will show the status of 20 milliamp signal presence. Okay, so that's it. Thank you.